Richard, Paula was just sharing with us these new details, with the airline confirming that the aircraft was requesting a deviation in the route because of weather. Your thoughts?
Well, the first thing it tells me, obviously, to use a colloquial phrase, you've got a smoking gun. When you actually have something that is out of the ordinary, you now have the airline saying that it is, that there was a deviation request. But I come back to this point that the aircraft was flying at something like 32,000 feet at the time, and this is the cruise. This is the safest part of flight. And bad weather per se does not bring down aircraft. You have to really follow this through. Merely because a plane is going through bad weather shouldn't be an issue. Of course, how the pilots may respond to bad weather could be an issue in this case. Now, what we now know from what AirAsia Indonesia has told us is that the pilot had about 6,000 hours. So, a moderately experienced captain. The co-pilot has around 2,000 hours flying experience. So I would say he was for a first officer, moderately experienced. You tend to wait about that length of time before you go for your captaincy. So in that scenario, you have a crew that is not terribly experienced, but is certainly well on the way. You have bad weather. You have this request for a diversion, but you have a plane that is in its safest part of flight. And the only sort of planes that ever fall out of the sky during the cruise is, for example, Air France 447 is one example. So we're going to be focusing in the hours ahead on what happened with that diversion. That's clearly going to be where the focus takes us for the time being.